Once upon a time in a bustling city in East Africa, there lived a woman named Amina. Amina was blind, but her other senses were attuned to the world around her in ways that often went unnoticed by others. She could hear the whispers of the wind, the laughter of children, and the rhythm of life that flowed through the streets. Though Amina faced the challenges of her blindness, her heart was full of love for her two children, Zai and Juma. Zai, the older of the two at 8 years old, was wise beyond her years. She often held Amina's hand as they navigated the busy markets, guiding her mother through the throngs of people. Juma, just 5, would often skip alongside them, his small voice filled with excitement as he pointed out different sounds, like the clinking of coins or the distant melodies of street musicians. Life for Amina and her children was not easy. They found themselves without a home, relying on the kindness of strangers and the occasional shelter that welcomed them for a night. Each day, Amina would take her children to a nearby market where she would sit with them, hoping for the generosity of passers-by. She would tell stories of the vibrant world they could not see, filling their minds with color and warmth. One afternoon, as they sat on the edge of the market, the storm began to brew in the distance. Dark clouds rolled in, and the wind howled, causing the people around them to dash for shelter. Amina felt the change in the air, and her heart raced. She gathered her children close and whispered, "Hold on to me, my loves. We will find safety together." Just then, a woman named Malika, who owned a small shop nearby, noticed Amina and her children. She had often seen them in the market, and something about them tugged at her heart. Malika rushed to them, pulling a raincoat from her store. "You must come inside," she urged, her voice warm with urgency. "The storm is too strong to be out here." Amina, grateful yet hesitant, took Malika's arm, trusting her instincts. Inside the shop, they were sheltered from the storm. Malika offered them warm tea and bread, and Amina felt the warmth of kindness envelop her like a soft blanket. Zai and Juma laughed as they watched the rain pour outside, providing a moment of joy amid uncertainty. As the storm raged on, Amina began to share her stories with Malika. She spoke of her dreams, her hopes, and the love she had for her children. Malika listened intently, and after some time, she made a life-changing offer. "Amina, I want to help you. I can provide work here in my shop. You can earn enough to find a place to stay, then I can help with childcare for Juma while Zai helps me at the counter." Tears of gratitude streamed down Amina's cheeks. She had faced many hardships, but in that moment, she felt a light breaking through the darkness. "Thank you," she said softly. "Your kindness means more than words can express." In the weeks that followed, Amina and her children settled into a new rhythm. Amina worked in the shop, using her keen sense of hearing to assist customers and keep the place lively with her stories. Zai became Malika's right hand, helping to create displays and learn the art of selling. Juma played in a nearby corner, his laughter filling the air. As time passed, Amina found a small apartment nearby, a little haven for her family. Though they still faced challenges, the nights were no longer filled with uncertainty. With Malika's support, they began to thrive, weaving their lives into the fabric of the community. Amina taught her children resilience, not just in the face of their circumstances but in the beauty of human connection. She imparted lessons of compassion and gratitude, reminding them that kindness could light even the darkest paths. With every sunrise, Amina continued to dream of a better future not just for herself, but for others like her. The city that once felt overwhelming now buzzed with possible. Amina did her best to keep her children's spirits high despite their circumstances. She would tell them stories of hope and resilience from her youth, tales of families, and the beauty of their culture. Zai and Juma, though their mother's stories and the warmth of their bond. One day, Amina noticed a small community garden in the neighborhood they often passed. The garden was tended by local volunteers and filled with vibrant vegetables and flowers. The sight inspired Amina. She approached the garden's caretaker, a kind woman named Fatu, and asked if they could help in exchange for a little food. Fatu welcomed them with open arms and offered them work. Amina, Zai, and Juma spent their days assisting in the garden, planting seeds and nurturing the soil. As they worked, Amina shared her knowledge of traditional African gardening techniques with Fatu and the other volunteers. In return for their hard work, the community provided them with fresh food and, eventually, a small but secure place to stay. The community's generosity and support helped them regain not only their stability but also their dignity. After several months, as the garden flourished, so did Amina and her children's lives. With the extra food from their labor, they were able to save enough money to rent a modest apartment. The day they received the keys to their new home was filled with laughter and tears of joy. It was a small space, but it was theirs, filled with love and the spirit of resilience. Amina decorated their apartment with handmade crafts, and soon it became a gathering place for neighbors. Malik and Zara thrived in their new environment, making friends and excelling in school. Amina continued to weave her tales, sharing the lessons of hope and perseverance with her children and their new friends. The experience of being homeless taught them the value of community and the strength that lies in unity. Together, they transformed their lives, proving that, no matter the hardship, love and resilience could pave the way to a brighter future. And so, in their little apartment, Amina, Zai, and Juma cherished every moment, living a life filled with love, hope, and the promise of new beginnings.